Oh, what was it? What was it like watching two of your known enemies on Sunday Night Football just look kind of dangerous?
Man, I don't know. All I saw was two primetime games where no defense was allowed. So our defense got run over, their defense got thrown all over, and then I watched the Eagles-Bills game, which was all defense. So
it's not balanced. This league is not balanced.
No.
Yeah, Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams, whoo,
and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. Baby, we here.
We sit
in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna.
Yeah.
And this is G
P
P S
S. Wow, guys. We are through 17 weeks of football.
Back in my day, the season would be over.
Yeah. In a proper world, the season would have ended this week. In a world not fueled by greed, it would have ended this week. Code TGS.
Perfection. Yeah.
Anytime I say the word greed, I try to just throw in my promo code so everybody knows I am equally
absolutely
in the mix.
It's all in the mix. Yeah.
What's the code for? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Just try at the gas station.
Your taxes.
Yeah.
Form TGS Perna.
Yeah, it's when you're going into a different country, your declaration, TGS.
Passport, boom, code TGS. Wiping your ass in the men's restroom, just yell out TGS. I want to be the #1 sports show in men's bathrooms. That's my goal.
Man, dude, I hope that one day, it's like, you've seen The Dark Knight Rises, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Instead of the cafe scene where I look over, I want to just be off a plane and urinating, and I just look up and I see one of those screens and you're on the screen, and I'm just gonna be like, just gonna nod,
being force fed,
zip up,
Like Tom Grossi will have raised $1 billion for charity. That's Good Sports and Brandon Perna in every single bathroom in America.
Hey,
we got our own dream. It's like those stupid videos they play at the gas station.
Exactly.
I was like, who thought of this dumb stuff?
Yep. Got to be advertised to all the time.
Anyway.
So I would say 17 weeks in the books, but we still have the Rams Falcons tonight.
Oh, God, yeah. God, I keep forgetting, dude.
It's the final regular season Monday Night Football game, because then, of course, we're going to have one for the super mega ultra wild card weekend, because why not? But yeah, no more Thursday night games. Your team played on Thursday. We talked about it on Friday. My team played on Saturday, and that was I mean, we let's start the game right before that, and let's go Chargers-Texans, because I know that you were locked into that
chronologically,
game. Huh? Yeah, we'll go chronologically here. Makes sense, too tired. So Chargers-Texans, the Texans open that game up, and they just throw bombs on the Chargers, immediately go up 14-0, and you go, oh, I picked the Texans to win, but this might be a blowout. And then the Texans go, I think we're done now. And that game just goes and goes. The Chargers start working their way back into that game. And to be fair, it was a very good game and a potential playoff preview, right, of what we're going to see. But the Texans did not score another touchdown after that. But the Chargers, they had no run game, none whatsoever. It was a tough one.
I think the Texans. Now they're a team who they rely on their defense. We know that their foundation is a very good defense. But I think in a game like this, what you see with a head coach like DeMeco Ryans is a team that once they get a lead and they're led by a defensive head coach, they start to play that conservative type football to just try and not lose the football game. Versus like if this were Ben Johnson's team, McVay's team, Kyle Shanahan, like you're going to see them get, I think, extra aggressive on offense when they have a 14-point lead. Now, I'm not saying they would do that or that they have the quarterback to actually do that in CJ Stroud, because the Chargers defense through the course of the year been very good. And after they let up a 75-yard touchdown and I forget how long the other one was, both to Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, the Texans rookies, they put the clamps on after that. So you got to give the Chargers defense credit for keeping them in. And then you have to give the Chargers skill players credit for not allowing the Chargers to win this game, because they couldn't move the ball at all.
No.
And then Herbert hits Quentin Johnston on a 60-yard bomb. So like you had the two big touchdowns by Houston. Then Herbert drops a 60-yarder to Quentin Johnston. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then at the goal line, it goes through Gadsden's hands.
Yep.
And he had a nice season, but he had 2 drops in this game.
That was a rough one for him.
Goes through his hands, lands in Azeez Al-Shire. He picks it off. And then CJ Stroud throws it right back to the fucking
Gives it
Chargers.
right back to him.
Right back to him. But then the Chargers have Cameron Dicker miss the field goal after that. I was like, dear God.
And so I was watching that because Eisen was commentating with Warner. And like, it was funny because they made the joke and he was like, he said his stats, like, oh, he's like the most accurate kicker in terms of like percentages. Like he said it after he made the kick and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he misses like that chip shot and then they miss an extra point later, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like Dicker, very uncharacteristic misses there that would have made this at minimum a tie game. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, for the Chargers, now it's because of their loss, the Denver Broncos are now AFC West champions. There you go.
Hey, champions. And we still got to beat the Chargers this week to hold on to the 1 seed. So the Broncos-Chargers game is going to be important, at least for the Broncos. I'm hoping the Chargers are like, you know what? We need to rest some guys. Because they're just playing basically for, seeding or whatever. But it feels crazy that the Broncos are atop the AFC West. I expected them to be, but we needed the Chargers to lose. So thank you for doing that. And I would like to thank the NFL officials in this game as well. Because when I was writing through this yesterday,
it's true.
Yesterday morning, that illegal contact call late in the game on the Chargers that negated a CJ Stroud sack on 3rd down was atrocious. Like the Chargers got probably the worst call of the entire week. And I am grateful to the NFL officials for doing that.
There you go. Just officiating at its very best. I did see that, Collinsworth. I like memes. Did you see that last night?
Yeah.
Because he, of course, Brock Purdy breaks ankles, and we'll talk about that game, but breaks ankles, like insane touchdown throw after avoiding the sack, not going over the line of scrimmage. And of course, Chris Collinsworth's got to talk about Patrick Mahomes. And Tarico's like, maybe he'll turn over a new leaf in 2026. And he's like, don't count on it.
Yeah.
He's like, I will not give up my Patrick Mahomes.
Collinsworth became self-aware.
He's self-aware AI right now.
Yeah, because it was that insane Brock Purdy touchdown pass. And he was like, if Mahomes did this, we'd be like, well, I would be like, oh, some shit like that. I was like, okay, well, at least you admitted mid-sentence you don't need to be referencing Patrick Mahomes right now.
For 2 NFC teams while the Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs. But
honestly, Collinsworth, he has a point there, though, Tom. Because if Mahomes did do that this week, it means he would have done it with a torn ACL, which would have been really impressive.
That would have been really, really.
It would have been crazy. I would give it up for Mahomes if he did that with the torn ACL.
Yeah. So Broncos on top of the division. They win. They're the number 1 seed in the entirety of the AFC. That's next week against the Chargers. That's a 4:25 Eastern game. I think that's that afternoon slot.
There's like 30 games at 4:25 Eastern.
Yeah, legitimately.
They're like all in that window.
Yeah. I'm thankful the Packers are the early game because it does not matter in any way, shape, or form. And then the Packers played. So heading into this game, Packers already clinched a playoff spot. Their dreams of winning the division were still alive, and which made last night even worse, but we'll get there. No Jordan Love, no Zach Tom. And this was the week where it was like, okay, after Micah Parsons goes down in the Broncos game, it was like, all right, what's this pass rush going to look like? Going up against the Bears last week, which they, of course, catastrophically lost, there was very little pass rush, but their pressure rate was still pretty good. And on top of that, they had a sack. It got negated by the face mask. But the Bears have a very good offensive line. The Ravens do not have a very good offensive line this season. And I was like, all right, let's see what the pass rush looks like. And it was hot poo-po garbage. But I wish that was the only problem with the Packers defense.
Sure.
Because John Harbaugh, who's like, you know what? I'm going to take the ball away from Derrick Henry. We're not going to run it against the Patriots when we need to. Constantly take the ball out of his hands. That's all he did against the Packers. And they ran all over the Packers. And it was still a close game in the first half. Malik Willis balled out, man. He had himself a really damn good game, especially when there was no run game to support him at all. Josh Jacobs only had 4 carries on the day for 3 yards. But this was the Derrick Henry show, man. And it was a turnover on downs in the first half that screwed them. If they run it, Brandon, there are a few things that are going to make me lose my mind. If Matt LaFleur runs it an inside zone out of the shotgun on 4th and inches one more time, I'm just gonna lose it. My head is going to explode. I feel the blood that's starting to pool in here.
Sure.
My God, so frustrating. And then of course had the snap that hit him in the face. And those 2 turnovers made a big difference in the first half. And the game was close until the 4th quarter, where Derrick Henry just started running all over them even more. But he had a historic night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, the game was not close. Derrick Henry. Malik Willis made it a game, would be the way I would phrase it.
Sure. It was close until the 4th quarter, though. I mean, the 4th quarter is when they ran away. They scored 2 touchdowns at the end.
Yeah, well, Henry had 3 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Yeah.
They were up, what was it, 27?
27-14. Yeah.
14 at halftime.
Then the Packers scored 10 more.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So 27-24. That's a close game until the 4th quarter.
Mm-hmm. It was a close 3rd quarter. Let's put it that way.
It's a 3-point game.
Let's put it that way.
I mean, they still got their ass kicked. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was an ugly game for that defense. And then Javon Bullard came out, Lucas Van Ness, and he's just like, yeah, like that was one of the worst, if not the worst, defensive performance we've seen all season from them.
Yeah, it's tough because Derrick Henry, he's one of my all-time favorite running backs in NFL history. And I've got more respect for him as he defies the very, very brutal father time for running backs, right? He's got like over 1,400 yards rushing this season. This is his 7th 200-yard rushing game. I love watching Henry when he is clicking. Unfortunately,
there you go.
He had to destroy probably one of my favorite players for this season, and that is Malik Willis. This is a dude who is an underdog of underdogs. When he got his shot with the Packers, was that last year? Did he come to Green Bay last year or the year before?
Well, he got the starting opportunities when Jordan Love was hurt last year because he got hurt at the end of that Eagles game.
I can remember if it was 1 or 2 years ago. He was impressive. You're like, oh shit! Like he goes to a good team,
won games,
better situation. Guy looks like he can play. Looked like he could play. Last week filling in for Love, but he was incredible in this game. He once after the ball bounced off his fucking face. Okay, after the ball bounced off his face, He was incredible in this game. The throws he made were very good.
Yeah.
His ability to extend and scramble is elite. Dare I say Brock Purdy-like. He can make plays with his legs. I think he accounted for 97.5% of all the Packers' yards in this game.
Correct, yeah.
Like, when you've got your backup QB actively keeping you in a game where you're getting your ass kicked, like, that says a lot about how good Malik Willis is as a football player. And he leaves the game because he
re-aggravated his shoulder.
His pain meds for his terrible shoulder injury wear off, runs into the locker room to get injected with another painkiller. And while that's happening, Clayton Tune throws a pick, goes, what was it, Bo Melton's hands?
It goes right off his hands.
It wasn't Tune's fault.
It's not Tune's fault, yeah.
But it went through it like Malik Willis going in, like, I'm gonna get back in this game. We've got a chance. And then he comes back out of the
Never
locker
saw the
room
field
like,
again.
What the fuck, dude?
It's like, I got the drugs for this.
And you let Henry run it in? Man.
Yeah. But yeah, it was rough, man. And so now the Packers, they have their last game against the Vikings, but they are locked in as a 7 seed. So now for the 3rd straight year, they will be the 7 seed in the NFC. The game against the Vikings does not matter. If we're going to see Jordan Love, it's going to be on a very limited basis because they're just going to rest up for the wild card. So that's like the one slight silver lining. Lucas Van Ness had a good game. He was basically the only standout on that defense because everybody sucked. Rashawn Gary, it's getting bad. It's getting bad.
Is he not winning his battles?
Dude, he hasn't done anything in like 9 games. Like, it's rough. Secondary didn't look great. It was just a really brutal game. And so now the Packers, they're facing one of 2 teams. Either one, if the Philadelphia Eagles win and the Bears lose, we're going back to Philadelphia, which, yay. Or if the Bears win against the Lions, we're going to Chicago for round 3. I hope it's the Bears.
Do you?
I do hope it's the Bears.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they match up better with them. So, and then we'll see what happens.
Caleb's playing.
Dude, oh, absolutely. I mean, Bo, if we want to just jump right to that Sunday night game. Yeah.
Not yet. I got to ask you about something before we go to the Bears.
Please.
Because I tweeted out how you could save your team, Tom.
It's true, Otto.
The Packers trade Jordan Love. They'll recoup your Micah picks and more. Give Malik Willis the Baker Mayfield contract. And then you will reclaim the North.
No. The problem is the people who are saying this unironically.
I know. The Packers fans who don't follow me, who come in and go, you fucking casual, you idiot. I don't even do that for those reasons. Like, I don't get off on that. It annoys me that they don't know that I'm joking. But
there's some people that are not joking, Brandon. Yeah. And it's like, man, I don't know what to tell you. It's we're watching different games here, but okay.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll see if Malik Willis, it seems like he'll be good to go if they start him. But I have to imagine he's going to get a Justin Fields kind of contract, like a 2-year deal, $20-something million. And dude, where he could go, I mean, he could be a bridge quarterback, the Jets could give him a Justin Fields contract. You have him potentially can go to the Dolphins, right? He can go to the Cardinals. He can go to the Raiders. There's Colts. Why not?
He needs to go to a place with a good play caller. So I actually like the Dolphins. If Matthew Stafford decides he's ready to retire or only one more year, Rams could be really interesting. So, they'll always bring in a QB.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway,
McVay, I feel like Stafford's not leaving unless they win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, and they honestly, right now, the Niners look like the best offense in the NFC West.
So it's so funny because I think the Seahawks have the best defense, right?
Yeah.
The Rams are probably the most balanced team, and the 49ers have the best offense.
Mm-hmm.
The NFC playoffs are going to be wild this season because you get three. I feel like the NFC West is just all afraid of one another because you're likely going to have whoever's at the 5 seed. They're going to take on whoever wins the NFC South, which nobody wants to win. The Buccaneers, man. The Buccaneers I'm not a Buccaneers fan, and they are driving me insane. This is the only reason we are not lumping them in with like the Colts of catastrophic, failure is because they still have a shot to win the division. Yeah. Because the Panthers, they got dominated by the Seahawks yesterday. But sorry, back to the Sunday night game. We'll talk about all those other games.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
I don't think the Rams do have the best offense in the West right now. I think they have the second best offense, to be fair.
The
49ers are clicking on an insane level right now on offense. Another 5-touchdown game from Brock Purdy. Yep. And this week, he does it without George Kittle. And the Niners bounce back after this game starts with a pick 6 by the Bears. Kind of I don't want to say like a terrible pass from Purdy, but one that's read really well by Jalen Johnson that's tipped and returned. That's the last time either defense would really do anything until the very final play where Caleb had to scramble to try and get a touchdown.
Yeah.
But like Purdy's like, I don't know. I think he's like, we've had Stafford, the clear-cut best quarterback for a long stretch this season. Then Drake Maye emerges, and Drake Maye beats up on just a god-awful Jets team this week to go, you know what? You got to have Drake Maye in every MVP convo you want to have about this season, even if it is just the Jets. But since Purdy's returned, and since he threw those 3 picks, he has been, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the NFL. With the other guy in the mix is Trevor Lawrence. So it's Purdy, it's Lawrence, it's Stafford, Drake Maye. Those guys have been playing the best. And then this game, Caleb Williams shouldered the load for Chicago. This was not a game that Chicago scored 4 offensive touchdowns because they rushed for 200 yards like we've seen them do many times this season. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they can run, but Caleb had, $170 and a touchdown and a pick. This game, he was throwing this team downfield, and that's a testament to the Niners defense and them just being like a decent unit, but clearly lacking their 2 superstars on defense.
Sure.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, the way the 49ers lose in the playoffs right now is going against a team like the Rams who can outscore them. Yes. Like, the Rams 100% can hang with the 49ers and outscore them because we just saw the Bears almost do it. So, I don't know. The Niners have survived so many injuries, and they are a dangerous team right now.
And the thing that stands out for me is because last Monday when we were streaming that game against the Colts, Brock Purdy had that insane performance, but they were really able to stop Jonathan Taylor from doing anything. And while Chicago did have over 100 rushing yards last night, it really didn't make like a significant difference in this game. And so the fact that their run defense is still pretty damn solid, that's like the one saving grace that this 49ers defense has right now. Because their secondary, they can get lit up, right? Like there's no doubt about that. And I'm very curious of what that Seahawks 49ers game for the 1 seed is going to look like next week. Like that should be an excellent football game. That's going to be Saturday on primetime. But you look at the NFC West as a whole, and the Seahawks, they got the run game going yesterday, right? All 3 teams have top 8 offenses. Because right now, in terms of points, hold on one second. Right now, points per game, Rams number 1, Seahawks number 2, then Lions, Cowboys, Patriots, Bills, Colts, then the 49ers. So, like, they're all up there. And in terms of the balance Like you look at the Rams, like they can get it going with like Corum and Williams on the ground. Stafford has been electric this year. You mentioned not having George Kittle. Dude, like who knows what this score would have been if they had George Kittle, but I don't know because they scored on almost every single drive. I think they only punted like 2 or 3 times. And then of course they had the pick 6.
They had Jake Tunges, who's been pretty good.
Tunges is pretty damn good. So yeah, the 49ers, they're on a heater right now. We'll kind of see. The fact that they're even in contention for the number 1 seed is pretty wild after losing Warner and Bosa. Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. And I gotta give credit to the Bears, and someone said this as well. The Bears, dude, like, when's the last time that you saw a Bears offense look like that?
Never.
It has been
in my life.
Very, very, very long time.
Like when I was finishing off winners and losers this morning, I was like, Bears, Niners going at it like this in prime time. What is it? The 1980s? Like that's the last time I feel like we've seen Bears and Niners. Like, oh God. And even then the Bears weren't an offensive team, right? No. And that comment about the injuries, that's true. Chicago has survived an injury wave, and I think they, through the course of the entire season, have had the most players who are injured. The Niners feel like the team that is still reeling from 2 of the most significant injuries on one side of the ball this year. But yeah, that's a testament to really good coaching when your team gets riddled by injuries, but you figure out ways to win every week. And the Niners did it early in the season with Mac Jones. We got on the Mac Jones hype train. He kept him afloat. And now they just look really good. And it all starts with Brock Purdy running the offense the way Shanahan wants to. And then doing like some improv out there as well as anyone. And you saw it in this game. And for the Bears, Luther Burden had probably his best game as a rookie.
Oh, yeah. He's okay, though.
He and Loveland were both playing great, and then they both dropped passes on that final drive, made up for it, but like they played really blocking in the run game.
He was hurt at the end of that game, but
and then final play, Burden had to. I think they might have said carted off, but they said it's a quad injury, and they don't think it's super serious. But
correct,
yeah, hell of a game from Burden. Fun teams. These are going to be fun teams moving forward.
We might see this again in the playoffs.
Fuck.
It's going to be a time. But yeah, man, it was a fun game to watch if you hate defense because both those offenses were just balling the hell out, man.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch. I know we're going kind of bouncing around right now. Let's go the complete opposite and talk about the Eagles-Bills. Not a lot of offense to be found in that game. That game comes down to the wire. Bills able to rally back. The Eagles don't score a single point in the second half. And
dude, the Eagles didn't complete a pass in the second half.
Dude, it was terrible.
And they've done that twice this year in one.
Yep.
Like, yeah, 13-0 at halftime.
Yep.
And then Buffalo's defense shuts out Philly in the second half. And this game basically is decided because Jalen Carter blocks the point after attempt for the Eagles.
Yes.
What we learned too with Jalen Carter is he had double shoulder surgery. So he had a procedure on his shoulders a week or 2 ago. And apparently like before that, I think it was NFL Network. I heard that like his shoulders were so messed up, like he couldn't do a push-up or something. And that explains why he hasn't been as effective lately. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about, the Eagles really getting most of their production on their defensive line out of Jordan Davis. But since he got whatever fixed in his shoulders, he had a really impactful game. And then the Bills, they're driving. They get a touchdown with 5 minutes left, and then they convert a 4th and 10. There was 3 hook and ladder plays this weekend, Tom.
Yes, I know.
The fucking Bears ran one that luckily the Niners make the tackle there. Yep. Otherwise, that's a game over. But they make the tackle, and that's why Chicago had to rush to. They had to clock the ball.
Yep.
They wasted a lot of time there.
Yep.
The Bills ran one, and the Jags tried to run one, and they fumbled. I was like, When's the last time we've seen that play run 3 times? Anyway, Bills run it to perfection. Then they get a helmet catch from Brandon Cooks. And then Dawson Knox is this close to scoring. They got to review it. Buffalo scores to have no time basically left in the game. Well, there's like enough for the onside kick.
There's 5 seconds
or whatever. And then Josh Allen misses the throw on the 2-point conversion.
Yep.
And
Shakir was open too.
He's rolling. He's running. I know why it happens, but
there's some pressure.
Josh Allen's just one of those quarterbacks where you don't expect him to not make that throw. Yeah. And my first thought was like, thank God Bo Nix didn't do that, because if Bo Nix missed that throw in that situation, he would be eviscerated.
Yeah.
And that's what, like in NFL, you got to have the body of work, and Josh Allen does. And I was just shocked he doesn't make the throw there. But Philly, dude, like Buffalo and Philly, it's fitting because they are the same team to me. Their similarities aren't necessarily on how they run their offense or deploy their defense or anything like that, or how Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen play. They have both just had these kind of underperforming seasons.
Yeah.
They're both 11-5 now. They're both playoff teams. They're both teams that can beat anybody in the league, but they have not asserted their dominance. And the Eagles did that last year. We've seen the Bills do that. And this game's perfect. A 13-12 game between these two. It's like, yeah, that makes sense for this season.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that's fascinating to me is like, I really wonder what an Eagles 49ers game would look like. Right. In which, because the Eagles defense keeps them in this game. They didn't score a single point in the second half. Their offense was completely shut down. Whether you want to give credit to the Bills defense, whether you want to talk about Kevin Patullo and the lack of firepower on their offense, you could, whatever. I don't care what it is. But just their defense is able to constantly keep them in football games, because it has gotten real damn good this season. Like as soon as they added Phillips, it really went to the next level. And dude, even like that blocked extra point, as you mentioned, like that changed the game completely. Because if that doesn't happen, the Bills kick an extra point after getting a touchdown, they win this football game, right? So the Eagles are still in contention for the 2 seed. They have to win. The Bears have to lose next week, and the Eagles play the Commanders. The Bears play the Lions. And for the Bills, yeah, a disappointing loss. And it just feels like they're a weird team this year that, like, again, when Cook can get things going, you got a more of a balanced attack. You're like, okay, you're feeling good about them. But they were shut down, man. And that fumble, which was like a 30 yarder fumble in the very first half, that was a game changer because it was dumping buckets in Orchard Park. Like this was a sloppy game. But that's a big win for the Eagles, man.
This game was wet.
Benbow.
Yeah, the Bills, their offense also doesn't function as well without Dalton Kincaid. Like when and Knox is good enough, but this year Kincaid, when he's on the field for him, has been really good, and he's been the guy that I think like Josh Allen sort of relies on. But both teams had, some key guys out. Bills, every week they're missing somebody.
They're missing Keon Coleman a lot.
Yeah.
Benbow, honestly, that would be the best outcome. The Buccaneers win on Saturday and they beat the Panthers, but the Falcons win their next 2 games and they still don't win the division. Because that's really where the Buccaneers are right now. It's just, they're in hell. It is truly hell. It's not a good time. It's not good. Not good.
Wait,
yes. So the Steelers have an opportunity to win the North, right?
Yeah.
They just got to beat the Cleveland Browns. And at the very end of the game, even though they haven't been playing well, they're stopping Myles Garrett from getting the sack record, but at the cost of their offense. Really could have used a guy like DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
Really could have. And now next week is for the division and who is going to wind up making it into the playoffs. Rough game for the Steelers, to say the least.
Yeah, and I think Darnell Washington broke his arm, so they lose, another key guy on that offense. They're not going to have DK for the Ravens game. I thought the funny thing was after the game, Denzel Ward said something like, I don't know whose bright idea it was to target me 3 times in a row to try and win that game, but they did. And I think that final throw, Rodgers isn't even scanning the field.
Nope.
Somebody posted I don't even know who got open in the back of the end zone streaking, and if Rodgers just takes the time to look over, he's gonna find it. But
Aaron
yeah,
Rodgers keying in on a single wide receiver. I've never seen that before, ever.
No, he never had a tendency to do that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
If it was Alan Lazard, he would have seen him.
Yeah,
if it was Lazard, he would have seen him back there.
That's accurate. It's 100% accurate.
It was Kenny Gainwell. As Gainwell got open back there. Yeah, so just a blown opportunity by the Steelers. And credit the Browns.
Yeah.
If Shedeuer can stop doing dumb interceptions and just start to get rid of the ball a little more quickly, he's going to be decent. He'll have a step to go after that. And unfortunately, his touchdown pass had Harold Fannin all twisted up that he re-aggravated a groin injury and had to leave the game. But Harold Fannin's been very good for Cleveland all season long. One of the more underrated rookies this year. But at least this makes, Ravens Steelers game interesting.
Now it's on Sunday night.
Who wins.
Yeah, I mean, dude. All right, so here's the question for you. Because Ravens coming into the Packers game, we're like, all right, well, if we lose, then they're going to fire Harbaugh. So that works out. Now the Ravens could make it into the playoffs. And if they do, I don't think they're going to fire Harbaugh. If the Steelers don't make it, do they fire Tomlin?
No, yes. But I already told you they just do the flip-flop on head coaches.
Okay, but we're talking reality now. I don't
think he's getting fired, dude.
I don't think they fire him.
I think Aaron Rodgers is probably coming back for one more year.
Unless if they get eliminated, I don't know.
We'll see.
If they don't make the playoffs, I don't know.
We'll see. If Rodgers, I think I think they would need a completely clean slate, right? Because if Rodgers wants to come back, they're not gonna bring a new coach in with Rodgers. But if Rodgers says I'm done, then maybe. Now,
could be his last Sunday Night Football game.
If you're being very logical about this, it would make way more sense to move on from Tomlin than Harbaugh at this juncture with where both teams are. Because with the Ravens, you have your team, you have your quarterback. The Steelers are in a spot where they don't have a quarterback of the future, right? This makes sense in terms of, okay, if we're going to make a coaching change with who's the quarterback they drafted, the Steelers? Oh my God, I'm going.
Hold on. Adam, it's in my mind. It's gone now.
Will Howard. We've got a young guy on roster. We're probably going to be looking to bring in somebody else. This is the time to reshape our organization, our philosophy. This is when we do it. Based on, merit, I think Tomlin's done a slightly better job than Harbaugh this year coaching.
Yeah.
And Harbaugh had to be reminded to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry because he didn't have his fucking quarterback in the game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they both should. I think it's both time for them to go. But yeah, I mean, the 9-8 prophecy for the Steelers is still very real, still very realistic. And then the Ravens, man, I don't know. Like, they haven't been playing well, but then they ran all over the Packers. Can they run all over the Steelers? Going to be tougher. I don't know. This is going to probably be an ugly-ass Sunday night game. The fact that I understand it's for the division, the fact that they're not throwing the Seahawks and 49ers on Sunday night. Yeah, Raiders, they won the Tank Bowl.
Yeah,
them, man. They're going to have the pick of the litter as long as they lose next week. So good for them. They need help. A QB, an offensive line, a deity that's going to help them. Any one of those, I think.
The Raiders should fire Pete Carroll and then hire Tomlin or Harbaugh, whoever gets fired there.
I mean, okay, let me put it this way, Brandon. Who is more likely to win a playoff game? Whoever wins the AFC North, whoever wins the NFC South?
North.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because I think the South is getting one of the NFC West opponents, and that might be a problem. They might be angry.
The Buccaneers just look tragically flawed. Baker Mayfield has not played well for a while.
No.
The Panthers are a team that quite literally has the most difficult time of any team I've ever seen playing a good football game after playing a good football game. They are the most every other week team, maybe of this century. In this game, Bryce Young had 54 passing yards on 24 attempts. Like, that's tough to do. That's 2.25 yards per throw, per completion. And this game was tied 3-3 late in the third quarter. And then a couple mistakes, and the Seahawks scored 14 points. Game over.
Seahawks defense is great. And like the Panthers,
the Panthers defense was great too until they got put in bad spots.
Dude, like, again, like, they beat the Rams, don't get me wrong, but you are 100% correct. They are an every other week team. And it's just, all right, they're going to, right? Like, that's
lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win. Lose, fucking. Oh, they lost 2 to start. Holy shit. I knew it was pretty close, Tom, but I didn't know it was all the way back to weeks 1 and 2. So that is every other.
It's tough, man. I mean, I feel better about the Panthers right now than I do the Buccaneers, because the Buccaneers, they are sinking quickly. Yeah. But who knows? I mean, I believe, oh God, it's ugly football, man. It's just, we'll see. Whoever winds up winning the division, who knows? Maybe the Panthers go on the run. Maybe. Why is Josh Allen protected by the NFL media? Because they all have their favorites. I mean, we just talked about Chris Collinsworth gushing over Patrick Mahomes, and it's between 2 NFC teams on Sunday night. Yes, they have their favorites in the league.
Yeah. I mean, it's because he has played at such a insanely high level. That's why.
Yeah. Diablo. The Panthers are literally the fiscal version of living paycheck to paycheck. You know what? That's why you just root for him. Just like, I hope, man.
Yeah.
I hope you're able to do it. Oh, man. But Seahawks, ground game look good. Defense continues to look good. It's going to be such a good game on Saturday night, man. I'm really excited to see them against the 49ers. And let's see who gets the 1 seed. Who knows? If the 49ers win, there's potential that they do never have an away game for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Being played in Santa Clara.
I don't really care who wins the NFC West. I think, like, if I'm an opposing team, like, I really don't want to play any of those guys. Like, I don't want to play the Rams, I don't want to play the Niners, and I don't want to play the Seahawks. Like, fuck all those teams, because they all can beat you.
Yeah, Caustic. I mean, the Colts, it is a historic collapse. And I feel like talking about Phillip Rivers and like the Indiana Jones memes softened it a little bit. But like, yeah, this team just catastrophically fell apart. But
yeah,
Phillip Rivers was not terrible
yesterday. And they fell apart because, they lost their starting quarterback.
They started losing when they had Daniel Jones, but yeah.
They did, but like I think they 100% collapsed. I'm not trying to say that they didn't. But when you lose a quarterback, like what do you expect? And Phillip Rivers is a hero for coming back at age 44 and playing 3 games and losing 3 games, and he didn't look like complete ass out there. Like it was fun. You're correct in saying it softened the blow. It distracted from the collapse. And I saw somebody tweet about since the Colts bye week, there have been like 16 scenarios where something needed to happen for the games in the AFC South with their, whether it was the Jags or the Texans or oh my God, the Jags, the Texans.
Are you trying to think of AFC South teams?
Yeah, who's the other team?
Titans?
The Titans. Every single one of those 16 scenarios has gone the wrong way for the Colts.
Yes.
So it is a collapse, and it's basically maybe one of the worst situations of bad breaks you can see for a team.
I just feel like if there was a word to describe them, I feel like it would be cursed.
Cursed is a good word for it.
Yeah. It just feels like there's other factors at play here, like outside interference that is having an impact.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the Titans because they're not in the mix,
Cam Ward will remember this. Is it time for the Colts to clean house? Here's the problem, man. They're already all in.
Yeah.
So, like, they don't have a first-round pick. They traded for Sauce Gardner, right? Their quarterback situation, what do you do with Daniel Jones, right? Because he was only a 1-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. Where's he, 1 year or 2 year?
I think 2, but I could be wrong.
Because he's going to miss a good chunk for next year. He was a 1-year deal.
Damn.
So he's a 1-year deal. He's not going to be back or it's going to be a challenge to get back even for next season, but they'd have to put him under contract, and you don't know how he's going to look after injury. You still have Anthony Richardson with a broken orbital bone. Like, I don't even know. Like, yeah, you could fire
Riley Leonard season. We'll see Riley Leonard this week.
Your chips are already on the table, man.
Also, the reason I couldn't think of Will Howard is because Will Howard and Riley Leonard are the same football player in my brain. I could only think of Riley Leonard earlier. They're the same guy. Those two are the same guy to me.
Yes, Austin, they will be in the power rankings. Yeah, Jaguars, though, wasn't the prettiest game. Trevor Lawrence finally throws an interception. It's been over a month, but he finally does it. The Jaguars still have a shot to get the 1 seed if screws it up. The Broncos wind up dropping the ball there and the Chargers win. Jaguars got a shot.
It's so crazy because I really, really want the Broncos to get the 1 seed for the bye. But then I'm like, are the Broncos the kind of team who should have a week off? I don't really know at this point.
It's a valid question. I think you do it. It's honestly for the home field advantage aspect because it's tough to go play in Denver.
I think they could actually really benefit from it. And if say it's a championship game between Broncos and Patriots, and I don't know if it will be, obviously, but like, I think you have an advantage over New England if you play them in Denver.
I agree.
And the Patriots are weird to me because they are a very, very good football team. But in terms of being battle tested, I do have questions.
We'll see.
As I do about the Broncos. But like the Patriots just, I mean, the Jets didn't even look like a football team.
The Jets were like, oh, maybe like there's been some respectable defensive play, like a few times ever since they traded away Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner. Yeah, there was no defense to be found yesterday. Drake May lit them up. And this was after throwing 300 yards last week, against the Ravens.
How is 5 touchdown passes, no interceptions, just 2 how's that not a perfect passer rating?
Yeah.
I think it's because he might have had to have 20 completions.
I think that might be it.
It's such a weird metric. Like, can we change this? What is this 158.3 bullshit anyway? It's maybe the dumbest stat in all sports. A perfect passer rating.
Yep.
158.3. I want to find the nerd who made that fucking metric and pay a jock to beat him up. Because I don't think
you're like, I'm going to find him. I'm not going to go beat him up.
No,
I'm going to, walk into a high school and be like, hey,
not these pretty hands. These are editing hands. I can't damage these bad boys. From one version of a nerd to another, I'm not confident in winning that fight, but I'll hire a big man.
Taking 49ers versus Seahawks. I don't know. I haven't even looked at next week yet. I'm not ready. Is it? Which one is this one at? I forget where they played their first match. Oh, it's in Santa Clara. I'm curious. I don't know. I mean, I can go either way. I might pick Seahawks. Maybe right now on Monday. That could change by Wednesday. That's gonna be a good game. Gonna be a good one. Oh yeah, your curse wheel just totally bit the dust on that one. I was nervous too. I was nervous for everybody's legs. I was nervous for everyone to remain healthy.
Yeah, what I've determined is the curse wheel is officially resting its starters.
Oh, they're resting. They got the first round bye.
It clinched easily. It cleared with 14 wins already. Resting the starters.
KK, there you go. I mean, all you need is the Falcons in the divisional round, and then you got Super Bowl 45 all over again.
Yeah, this game was pathetic too.
Yeah, no, this was Giants, man.
I can't believe the Giants tried so hard. That's what bothered me. Pete Carroll clearly had no interest in winning this game.
See, the problem is with me is like these predictions that come out on Wednesday, then it's like, oh, they're shutting Brock Bowers, that came out on Wednesday. And then it's like, oh yeah, now Max Crosby's out for the year too. Yeah. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't have picked the freaking Raiders if I knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Crosby's then playing basketball and jumping on a trampoline afterwards.
Yeah, he's been playing with that injury for like 9 weeks, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to make it much worse. I mean, there's always a chance. He could have made it worse. To be
Bears
fair.
Fans, you tell me, does Burden block? Because I think we were talking about this of why Golden's not getting a lot of reps besides him just being a usual rookie that the Packers are never going to target, because this is just what happens with all the Packers rookies. But Matt LaFleur and his offense is very, you don't block, you don't get ball. And Golden's not great at blocking. I know that's not why you drafted him, but I'm just trying to figure out reasons as to why. And I think that probably has a little something to do with it. And also, again, they just never throw their rookies.
Well, sometimes, like, we always assume wide receivers are plug and play, and it's just not always the case.
It's not.
And I think for complex offenses, Sean Payton kind of the same way with young players. Like, you've got to earn the trust of your head coach and your play caller. And outside of that, too, it's like...
See how Golden does next year.
It's, your quarterback's making a lot of the decisions of where the ball goes.
Sure.
Now you can look at how many reps, how many snaps they're playing, but sometimes they're just not the best player in that offense yet.
Yeah.
Other guys are open.
So, how the 49ers are winning with one leg, I think coaching is a big part of it, but their offense is clicking. Their offense
quarterback's playing out of his mind right now.
Yep.
I don't know if we can hype Brock Purdy up enough at this moment. If he stays healthy through the playoffs, it'll be fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
It's also been fun to watch the evolution of like how everybody was on Brock Purdy's side to, he's overrated because he finally got paid, to maybe Mac Jones is better, to is he actually that injured? Are the Niners keeping Mac Jones out there? To holy shit, look at their offense with him in the lineup.
Yeah.
And if you want to be like, even like, if you want to hype him up more, McCaffrey, insane. George Kittle, when he's out there, and that's been not consistently over the last few years. He's had injury issues. Their number one receiver is not on the field in Brandon Ayuk, the guy that they paid. So if you're looking at the receivers outside of, Ayuk, it's Jawan Jennings, who's a very solid receiver. It's Demarcus Robinson, Ricky Pearsall's getting into the mix now. It's not like he's lighting people up with fucking Jamar Chase and those explosive wideouts. He's just good.
I don't think the Raiders are going to get dinged for anything for tanking on purpose. No, because they have be like, hey, no, he was injured, so they're shutting him down. Yeah, they're not going to.
I mean, Crosby has a legit injury. He's got to get is it an MCL cleanup or it's something? He's going to get a knee procedure, a cleanup surgery. So it's not fake. Sure. The Raiders definitely didn't try.
It didn't look good. Here's a man who keeps on trying and keeps on succeeding. Tyler frickin' Shuck.
Oh yeah, that's the game we didn't get.
And I told you, I said that game was gonna be good. It was a good game. That was a fun game. Dude, Cam Ward. Oh God. I know I've gone over Cam Ward a lot. It's just he deserves so much better. There's at least once or twice a game he just makes insane plays.
Yeah.
It's the first weekend, I think, was it 4 weeks now that Tony Pollard did not have 100 yards. Still had 85. It was solid. But Audric Estime. There you go.
There you go, Estime. No hard feelings. We're rooting for you. Wish you would have done that for the Broncos, but yeah, it was Olave had a really nice game. Cam Ward is both. He is scrambled, some very elusive scrambling from Ward, and his best throw didn't even count. It was that 4th and 10 where he only Mahomes'd it, but his knee apparently grazed the ground as he's throwing there. Doesn't count. But yeah, like, I think there's a lot of promise with Ward and with Shuck.
Yep.
But until we know what the Titans do with their coaching situation,
sure.
Right now, I'm a lot more optimistic about Tyler Shuck's future because I think Kellen Moore's actually doing a pretty decent job with the Saints.
Yes.
They have 6 wins now. Most of them coming in the back half of the season here. Like,
yeah,
it's like they found their quarterback and they're laying the foundation. And the Saints got a lot of work to do in terms of their roster, but at least they found that piece. And the problem with the Titans is nobody trusts their ownership. It seems like it's very dysfunctional from the top down, and you hope that they get the right coach in there. Otherwise, like, we're going to be talking about Cam Ward and what could have been, or we're just going to be waiting for him to be freed of that organization where he can go and play for,
I'm telling you, man, Mike McCarthy just makes more and more sense day by day by day. Can help develop a quarterback. He can kind of get the franchise back on the right track. I don't know.
Complicated owner, I think Mike McCarthy can.
Yep.
You put up with Jerry. I think he can.
Yep.
I mean, put up with Amy Adams or whoever the fuck runs that team.
I think that I don't know if you're going to the Super Bowl, Mike McCarthy, but like he can put them back in the right direction. And then they have to draft well, right? Like they do have to help with their offensive line a lot. They do need to get another weapon on that offense for Cam Ward to throw to. But dude, Cam Ward has shown enough flashes for me where I'm like, yeah, start building, man, because he's a lot of fun to watch.
Best QB with a terrible record.
He's pretty good. So we'll see, man.
I mean, and you think about just if it's Cam Ward, it's Tyler Shuck, and even Jackson Dart.
Sure.
3 QBs who've showed a lot of promise, a lot of flashes so far in their rookie season, all in different situations. None of them in good situations either. And that's probably the thing that should give you the most optimism. Mm-hmm. All 3 of those guys have done some impressive things. And the Saints have the most wins with 6. Titans have 3. Giants have what? 3, 4 now? 3 or 4? I forget. But yeah. 3. They got 3 wins.
I want to talk about the Buccaneers-Dolphins game real quick.
Why? Just kidding. Quinn Ewers.
No. Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers looked pretty good. It's again. Is it him or the Buccaneers defense? But
hey Tampa, you want to win? Run the football. Just run the football. Dear God. Look, I love Baker, but I really don't want him throwing 44 times a game. Call me crazy.
You should not. No. And again, it's like he's getting zero help for his run game. We're all excited for Bucky Irvin to come back. And again, to be fair, the Dolphins at times, like during this stretch, their defense has played some pretty good ball.
One half. They do one half of elite football, 1/2, and then they stop playing. Apparently, they did the whole game.
I have not heard that J.J. Watt would consider coming back to the Texans for a playoff run. No, I have not heard that. I don't even know if they need him. I love J.J. Watt. I don't know if the Texans are the ones that need him right now. Tell J.J. Watt to come back to Wisconsin and play for the Packers for the playoff run. That'd be nice. I'll take that one.
I don't think that's happening.
Yep.
Why would the Texans don't need J.J. Watt?
No, I think they're okay. I think they're going to be all right.
I mean, thank you, JJ, but just stay in that booth.
You're
doing a good job.
Matt Collins got sacrificed for the curse wheel. There you go. But yeah, Quinn Ewers, it's going to be interesting to see if this is like, hey, is this he played pretty well, or is it the Buccaneers defense? I don't know how you lose this game if you're Tampa, man. Holy God. Like, it's just, it is horrifically bad. This is a really, really bad stretch. Like, Bowles needs to go, even if they make the playoffs, man. And I know that is very difficult. But, Josh, we're going to play 18 more games? Like, no. We're barely getting through the regular season with everybody intact. And they're going to add more games to this, and it's going to be terrible. But, yeah, I don't know, man. They are not a great football team right now. It's ugly.
Yeah, and you're like, if you look at the Buccaneers' offensive kind of like slowdown, I think a lot of that this year has to do with the loss of Liam Cohen. And
God, yeah.
What he did for Tampa's offense last year. And this happens, I feel like, frequently with coaches, and maybe to some extent you could point to the Lions as well, where the Bucs have very good talent on offense, just like the Detroit Lions. And you see teams look fine after losing those offensive coordinators in Johnson and Cohen because of their talent. But I think like really good coordinators and coaches, they start to make a huge difference in the second half of a season.
Yeah.
And this is where like the Buccaneers are suffering probably from not having a guy who helped put them in situations during games to succeed the way Liam Cohen was doing from last year. And we didn't know 100% if that was all Liam Cohen, because Baker Mayfield, to his credit, did it with a different OC. He had Dave Canales the year before. But like the Lions second half struggles, I think you're seeing that, and you're seeing the Bears start to play really well. So it's tough when you lose those guys and you just don't really feel the true impact of it until late, because I think a lot of what they left sticks in the first part of the season, but where they make the difference is that second half. So
yeah. V2, I think the only team above the Broncos for drop passes is the Jaguars, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That was for a while.
I don't know if they've caught up to
I don't
him.
know where they're at now.
Yeah.
I mean, Sutton had a couple in the Chiefs game, but
I know.
I
know. Cardell. Maybe the kidding. A little bum we lost to Seattle, but the turnovers were bad. But again, Panthers, you got it all right in front of you. And I feel like for the Panthers, if you're able to win the South, you kind of are like, okay, like this, it already was a successful season. But to go from where you were, we're like, all right, there's some optimism about Bryce Young at the end of the year to now, if you're able to win the division and have host a playoff game, that's a pretty big turnaround. I think your coaching staff deserves a ton of credit. They drafted pretty well. McMillan is definitely the guy there. Like Teteroa has been having a great season. And their defense, I like their defense is playing solid football. So.
Yeah, I think the Panthers are building. They're progressing in the right way.
You gotta be happy with them.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
All right, I love you.
Hell yeah, I love you.
I don't know who's grown up more, her or the curse wheel. They both have grown so much, Tom?
This is very true. I appreciate it, Cardell. I was about to say, she's so small, and you're just like, that curse wheel's gotten so much better.
Curse wheel's grown up.
Best measurement of ground coffee for the perfect cup of F the refs. Devin's asking.
Oh, I don't measure.
Name, Devin. You don't measure, you just dump.
I put as much coffee into the filter as it will hold without overfilling in making a mess. And I don't get it right every time. I go through coffee like one of these bags. That's like that lasts me like 4 cups of coffee, 4 brews, maybe 5 if I'm lucky. But Mendoza to the Raiders. Okay, I'm super worried.
I hope he can play behind terrible offensive lines. Oh man, yeah. I mean, so we were just talking about that, Ejban, about Chuck. It feels like that they have some, like you have your head coach and you have your quarterback. That's a really nice foundation to build off of, and like he seems to have a really good connection with Olave, which is growing. So yeah, man, I feel pretty good about the Saints. We'll see how they draft. And like Perna said, like they still got a ton of work to do. But if you're able to keep those pieces in place, it's a starting point. And you can start building. And if you don't need to go draft a quarterback or hire a new head coach, you're already a lot better than a lot of other teams. So
yeah,
just a bit. That's it. Amy Adams, yes. That's it. Tonight we got the Rams and Falcons. You see any chance for an upset here? Falcons, they keep on winning games ever since being eliminated from the playoffs.
Falcons are a great team as long as they have nothing to lose.
That's what I was saying. So,
no, Rams are going to come out and take care of business.
All right.
They got to win. Ow. Oh, they need to win.
Oh. Colts, Lions, Bucks, which fall from grace is worse. Lions, I feel like injuries play a huge one in there, but they were the number 1 seed. They're up there.
It's the Lions. The Colts, nobody expected to be good this year. They were a pleasant surprise.
It's sad. It's just freaking sad.
The Bucks are kind of close to probably where we thought. But
yeah, we did know about Quinn Ewers. You got to hope. I want to see how he plays next week. We'll see how he finishes off the season, or if it was just the Buccaneers defense. But
from one week to another.
Perna, what you got coming out today?
Good. We posted a
Giants video, right?
Giants video last night, so you can go check that out. It's about every dumb decision they've made leading up to now, and hopefully they can figure it out this offseason. But yeah, Giants video.
God, do you remember this when we were talking about Baker Mayfield as MVP?
Yeah,
damn, the season hits you pretty damn quick, man.
Because he was winning the games. He was winning games the way Caleb Williams has been winning games.
Yeah.
In last 2 minutes, Baker and the Bucks, they were money.
I hope so. All right, I'm finally getting that NFC North skid out today. Streaming tonight. Every NFL fan's reaction to Week 17 will drop after that. Last Monday night game of the regular season.
Bam.
Let's do it.
And no Thursday night football this week. What a treat.
No Thursday night football
for us.
That's it. It's over.
I think the difference is like people are going to be like, oh man, no Thursday night football. That sucks. You and I, thank God.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
We get a week where there's a new window of time given to us.
Though it was the best season of Thursday night football.
It was good Thursday
usually
night.
I feel that way at the end of the season because it's like, God, this has been like the worst ever games, but they've been good. The Monday night games have been kind of whatever this season. So we'll see if that changes tonight. But folks,
Anyway.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you reached your destination.